This is the First Estate, and its lesson centers on Area 51, Enoch Prophecy. Strong's Concordance. This book contains a definition of every word in the King James Bible. First word, sun. Now, when we go down to the letter H, the word sun also means stars. This particular frame, we have wandering stars. Book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6. The angels, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness, unto the judgment of the great day. Verse 13. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. So the wandering stars are actually sons who fell, fallen angels. Now, star also means a ball or globe. So here we have Pluto. This particular frame, we have hell or grave. Now, number one, you have the word Pluto right here, which means hell or grave. So they took hell to that planet known as Pluto. Now, this particular frame here, as we go directly to the key, you're going to see the word Pluto's right there. Now, the word is riches or wealth. So, in James chapter 5, verse 1, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your riches, for your miseries that shall come upon you. All right? So, these fallen angels, they have much wealth, and that is displayed here on this planet Earth. So, Old Testament, Pseudepigrapha, Volume 1. But then, we're going to go to 3rd Enoch, chapter 5, verses 7 through 9. So, let's line that up. Here we go right there. So, what did the men of Enoch's generation do? They roamed the world from end to end. Each of them amassed silver, gold, precious stones, and pearls in mountainous heaps and piles. In the 4 quarters of the world, they fashioned them into idols. And in each quarter, they set up idols about 1,000 parasangs in height. They brought down the sun, the moon, the stars, and the constellations, and stationed them before the idols, to their right and to their left, to serve them in the way they served the Holy One. Blessed be he, as it is written, all the array of heaven stood in his presence, to his right and to his left. How was it that they had the strength to bring them down? It was only because Uzzah, and Azazel taught them sorceries that they brought them down and employed them, for otherwise they would not have been able to bring them down. So the sun and moon and stars, as we mentioned before, is indication of fallen angels. So here we go. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 19. Unless thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. So that's why you have to be careful when you wish upon stars, because you actually don't know what type of demonic energy you're going to summon into your life. All right. So as you see this particular image, and it's self-explanatory. All right. And I'll just zoom in a bit more so you can see at the bottom. All right. So once again, there we go. So moving along. Within those Egyptian pyramids, this is what you see. Like written on the wall, you see these images here. All right. And then you see the image of this alien right here, depicted right on the wall. This is reason why you're not necessarily allowed to, you know, go through these Egyptian pyramids. There's limits to how far you can go. So here, Area 51. Here again, another image, Area 51. They're here, as it states. This particular image here, or print off from the online Blue Letter Bible, you see the word scapegoat, which means up here the key Azazel. Now, this particular book, Lost Books of the Bible, the Great Rejected Text, within, we're going to go to First Enoch, chapter 8, verse 1. So, you have to find that, chapter 8, verse 1, right down here, very bottom. Now, and Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and taught them about metals of the earth and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of precious stones, and all coloring and dyes. Now we're going to concentrate on a certain word here. Very important. And that is this particular word right here, antimony. We're going to break that down into syllables. So, anti means against. Mone, which means many, as you can see right here. And you see the word Scott and North England right there. Come to your own conclusions. But Moni means many. So, many antichrists, right? Now, here, once again, the word is antimony. So, antimony, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is a chemical element with symbol SB and atomic number 51 right here. So Area 51 is written in the script right there. So zoom out of this and I will scroll up so you can read it at your own leisure. Top to bottom. There we go. So back to some images. So we're going to zoom in here at the top so you can read this at your own leisure. All right. So Alan Lewis writes, recently my father passed away, and while I was thought that he worked in the black ops arena, I never thought that he had anything to do with aliens. Certainly, he never mentioned it. While cleaning out his house, I ran across the attached photo. If you look in the bottom right hand corner of the container, there is an Area 51 badge. I can't provide any proof that this, and it stops right there. So he says the bottom right. So this is the badge. That's kind of blurry. Can't necessarily get an image look of it, but you can read this again at your own leisure. So Area 51 UFO driver's license. It's another image of the Area 51. What's that say at the bottom? Zoom in for you. Right there. Another image. Alien on a gurney. Here. Alien autopsy. Here. You see this particular image. And this is Roswell. Survivor, 1947. You see the interview. It says mid-1950s interview. And we have all the warning signs that they have, surrounding the Area 51. So this is a real thing. I mean, like I said, it's written in the script, so you understand now that this is very real. So, once again, federal lands in South Nevada. So zoom in a bit here so you can get a glimpse of this. All right. To the left and to the right. Bottom to the top. My best. Okay. So there we have it. And that concludes this particular lesson. Um, you can find your own gems and pearls in this once you review it for yourself. But anyway, this has been the First Estate with another lesson, and I will see you in the next one.